come along and check out one of the local airfields in my Falke SF25C. By the time I reached the end of the runway, I was already finding good thermal, so I carried on and climbed to a safe height and used that energy to climb up to cruising altitude. As Wondai is only 17 nautical miles to the north, I decided to take a detour to the south and overfly the Bunya Mountains. As I crossed the Bunyas, I thought it was time to check the fuel level. Just a routine check. It's a bit awkward. The sight glass is behind, and I do have to slip a strap off to access it. I think it's time for an electric fuel meter. Having turned from the Bunyas and flown north, it was time to start getting set up for landing at Wondai. Wondai Airport, just 17 nautical miles north of Kingaroy. It's only a 15-minute flight or so. Single runway, 1836, and grass. The runway is heavily treed on both sides. I really do wonder what it's like with a stiff crosswind. There's sure to be a little bit of a bump and a lump around. I taxied the length of the runway to the facilities at the southern end. It's fair to say there's not a lot there, but I had to stop and have a look anyway. After taking off from Wondai, again there was great thermal, so I used that free energy to get me to cruising height. Saves fuel. Descent into Kingaroy, it was time to get set up for a right-hand circuit onto glider strip 16. Viewing this video, I see that I should have tried to hold her off a little bit longer, touch down with a little bit of excess speed on. Taxiing around the corner to where my hangar is, I was a bit surprised to see it kind of full. It looks like the neighbour opposite pulled out all his toys and was going to fire up the warbird. The side of that machine sure made the Falke feel very small, although that said, I didn't have much wingtip clearance on either side. And then turning into my hangar, there was another old-timer sitting in the background there. So I had to pull in just a little bit in front of where I usually would. that Warbird engine surely does have a nice sound to it, but I don't think it's going to win any environmentalist points on startup. Even at idle, that prop from the Warbird pushes out quite a bit of air, enough to blow my cap away. So back in the hangar, it was time to empty the cockpit of my day's bits and pieces and put the Falke to sleep for another day.